I want to remind people to enjoy your bash, but be sure to can your trash.
Extra trash and recycle bins have been placed along the beach so everyone can help in the cleanup.
It's the day after the busiest beach day of the year, but you'd never know that 30,000 people celebrated on this beach in Oceanside. The city of Oceanside teamed up with the Surfrider Foundation and several other sponsors to host this year's Morning After Mess Cleanup Day. In years past, the mess has been worse, and yet there was plenty of little bitty icky stuff to keep the volunteers busy.
It's like 35 cigarette butts, some straws, and some lids.
The reasons may be varied, but Oceanside's children knew exactly why they were there.
It helps the waters because all the trash, it flows into the sea and it kills all the animals.
El Camino High School's Key Club chipped in to do their part.
With all the stuff going on in our environment, it's important to keep it safe. And the best way to start it off is by keeping our home clean. And Oceanside is our beach.
His hands may be small, but this youngster sees the big picture.
So we can help the world.
Help the world.
That's exactly it.
The kids are so wise, and if the kids are learning now that the importance of keeping our environment a whole lot better than we've done.
And the good thing to know is you can take part in those things every other Saturday at some different beach in San Diego. So make sure you keep it going, not just today.
It belongs to all of us.
San Diego County beaches the day after the 4th of July usually looks pretty trashed, but as Antonio Castellan shows us this time, it's a whole different view.
The beach is 100% cleaner. It is amazing.
Honestly, it's shocking that there's not more trash.
Pacific Beach post 4th of July looks clean. Paul Mann, a lifelong resident, remembers many 4th of July day afters.
There's usually couches on the beach, trash, piles and piles of trash.
Surfrider workers leading a trash pickup of more than 200 volunteers have their reasons for the change.
A lot of people look at the alcohol ban. It seemed like there were less people on the beach.
The trash pickup was quite different this year. Volunteers picked up 350 pounds. Last year, they picked up 3,000.
Tons of families already down here, lines at the storefronts. It's been an amazing day.
Even with a cleaner beach, Mann wishes alcohol stayed on it.
Yeah, I think people should be allowed to drink on the beach if they want to drink.
The beach booze ban is in effect for a year. Mann believes a clean beach equals...
You're not going to be allowed to drink on the beach again. It's over.
As for the trash pickup volunteers, their hopes are the beach's next post 4th of July are even cleaner. Reporting on Pacific Beach, Antonio Castellan, San Diego 6 News.
Surfriders leaders say volunteers picking up trash at the Silver Strand Beach, the only beach you can still drink booze on, was not trashed either.
A big party on July 4th usually means a big mess to clean up the morning after. But Chris Chan reports cleanup crews were pleasantly surprised this morning.
July 5th last year, trash strewn all over Mission Beach. This year, a very different scene with beachgoers enjoying the surf and sand early.
It was remarkably clean for the 5th of July, so the city crews were hard at work, but people really helped us out yesterday.
In the last 2 years, city parks and rec crews hauled away well over 100 tons of garbage, and officials say the problem was getting worse. But this year, volunteers noticed a much lighter workload.
It's nothing really horrendous like in the past years when there have been beer bottles and all kinds of mess.
Final numbers for the amount of trash hauled away were not yet available, but volunteers and organizers of the cleanup were ready to go home 1 hour early.
Last year there was just trash all over the beach, not even just trash cans. This year it was significantly cleaner. I mean, like an 80 to 90% difference. Just really, I was very surprised and pleasantly surprised.
The cleanliness had many pointing to a change in the rules at the beach.
The alcohol ban seems to have played a role because a lot of the trash we saw last year was cups and beer cans and that.
All the people we spoke to believe the ban on booze played a major part, but cleanup also finished early at Silver Strand State Beach, where officials say crowds were bigger than ever at one of only 2 beaches in the county where drinking is allowed. Chris Chan, NBC 739.
Another reason for cleaner San Diego beaches is lower attendance. There were 500,000 fewer people at the beach this year compared to last year. Lifeguards say the cooler weather and water kept many people away.
Volunteer crews geared up for a busy day cleaning up San Diego's beaches. As KUSI's Lene Lewis reports, the volunteers got a little bit of a break this year.
We were pleasantly surprised to see it was about 1,000 times better than last year.
Bill Hickman of the Surfrider Foundation says they collected 350 pounds of trash on the beach. It's the cleanest they've seen it in 5 years.
Which is a minimal amount compared to the over 2,000 pounds we picked up last year alone.
Hickman says the decrease in trash is probably due to one law in particular.
Obvious thing looks like the alcohol ban. It seemed like yesterday the beaches weren't quite as packed as they were in past years. There's definitely a good crowd, but less packaging, less beer left over, and things like that, so it really made a big difference.
While beach cleanup really didn't take all that long, those responsible for cleaning the parks say it was a completely different story.
Pretty trashy, pretty tore up. I mean, it was like, you know, the usual aftermath 4th of July deal, you know. So, but we got it all cleaned up, got it all squared away, so we're happy.
Dario Ocampo of San Diego's Parks and Recreation says they had a pretty big job the day after the 4th. The back of this truck is loaded up with just some of what they collected.
So what do you think about all these people who leave this trash just laying around after a holiday?
What do I think? It's horrible that they don't you know, care about this beautiful, you know, park that we have in San Diego, and kind of wish next year they kind of get a little bit more involved.
About 150 volunteers showed up at the beach to help out and got things into tip-top shape. But Hickman wants everyone to remember we're not out of the woods just yet.
Still a holiday weekend. There's still going to be lots of people coming down the beach, and no matter where we are, beaches, parks, we want to remind people to enjoy your bash, but be sure to can your trash. It really makes a big difference at the end of the day.
Lene Lewis, KUSI News.